What is up, folks? NYKF31 here, Madden 19, SSL Online CFM Year 2 season preview with the Carolina Panthers. Last season we finished 11-5, won the division, won a wild card playoff game, lost to the Dallas Cowboys in the divisional round. Cowboys would go on to lose to the Rams in the conference finals, and the Rams would go on to defeat the Chargers in the Super Bowl. So there you go. Anyhow, season two is upon us after an off season of free agency and drafting and trading. Teams are set and ready to go, and this is how your year two Panthers look. I had two main goals going into, well, a couple of main goals going into the off season. One is to try to get some balance along the offensive line. As you see here, the right side of my line is pretty good. Didn't quite succeed as well as I would like to as far as the left. It's better than it was last year. The left side of the line, these guys were dudes in the low 70s and mid 60s. But we traded for James Hurst, play center, decent pass blocker, not much of a run blocker. And, we got Brett Jones here off the scrap heap again. Mediocre pass blocker, not a very good run blocker. Jeremy Parnell we signed. Didn't break the bank in free agency for anybody. The first season free agent class is never really that strong in any online CFM. But, good pass blocker. Again, average. And, we have Trey Turner and Darrell Williams here on the right hand side who are pretty solid. Greg Olson is back. I was actually afraid that he might retire. Slowed down a little bit, as you would expect, and now he's 34 years old, but he's back. He's down to 81 speed, but can still catch it. Catching traffic went down a little bit. He's 86 catching traffic, but he's still a pretty good, solid, high point jump ball threat at 6'5". And again, 86 catching traffic is good enough in the non-mutt world. If we go to the depth chart here, look at his other ratings. Spec catch is 92, so he'll still get animations. His route running took hits across the board, which is odd. And he can still jump, so he's still a viable, possession receiver threat at the tight end position. Not going to stretch the field or anything, but solid hands, good high point guy in the red zone, and all that good stuff. Devin Funches, the underappreciated Devin Funches, who I'm constantly looking to replace. But he's not terrible. He's just not great at anything. I mean, good medium route runner, good hands, decent spec catch, good catch in traffic as well. But he's not really that explosive. I mean, I'm kind of leaning towards going track star in the receiving unit with Curtis Samuels, DJ Moore, who's kind of turning into a poor man's Odell Beckham very rapidly. Got good speed, catching traffic, and the spec catcher getting up there. Route running ratings are pretty good as far as short and medium and deep. And of course, Demir Bird, he's a burner as well. And, Funches has his role. Again, another possession guy similar to Olsen in that catching traffic, high point, spec catch mold. Moore and Samuel in the slot here provide the explosiveness. Christian McCaffrey, he's up to a 90 overall now, and he's all kinds of good with his speed, acceleration, agility, carrying is 91 now, juke move 93, spin move 89, elusiveness 83, break tackle 81. He's backed up by C.J. Anderson for, the Thunder in the backfield for trucking and all that good stuff. And Cam is being Cam doing Cam stuff. Big time arm strength. His accuracy ratings are good enough. His deep accuracy kind of makes me want to holding my breath at times, but solid all the way around, and he can still scoot. Quarterbacks, for whatever reason, they don't regress nearly as drastically as other positions, which is a fortunate thing because he's going to be pushing 30 now, and that's when the ratings begin to take serious hits. Back up as Robert Griffin Latois and Garrett Gilbert. On defense, Mike Adams and Thomas Davis retired, as did Julius Peppers. And Mario Addison really age regressed, so we cut the cord with him. I didn't really have a deep draft. I traded a first and a third round pick for Harrison Smith, as you see here. He's one of the best overall safeties in the game. Luke is still there. Luke is, you know, got a couple more years of juice left before his ratings start to take the EA age regression hit. But had to do something with my linebackers. I traded Shaq Thompson for a second round pick. And to replace Thomas Davis, we have Bryce Hager, who's not that bad actually. 73 overall guy, 84 tackling. He's fast, 85 speed. Zone covered at 78, so he fits the weak side backer mold in my scheme very nicely. And Jermaine Carter Jr., a second year guy. Didn't really use him much last year. Got good hit power. He's athletic, good pursuit. Kind of light in the block shedding and zone coverage, but he's the best I got. And really, run into the ball and hit somebody hard. That's what I want him to do. I mean, Luke and Hager are going to be on the field a lot more than he is, with how much nickel, dime, and dollar you play against people. So that shouldn't really hurt me too much. Tyree Kinnell, he's an undrafted rookie free agent. He's got 82 zone cover and 88 speed, but not much else. This is probably going to be a revolving door for me all season. I signed, some budget options here, like Stephen Terrell. Again, fast. Zone coverage isn't that great. Tackling is deplorable. And we also signed as a second sub-package safety. Again, same type of guy in that 80 zone coverage range. You know, he's okay. Good awareness, good play rec, decent speed. And he's 6'2". I'm going to give the rookie a shot just because his zone coverage is a little bit higher and see just how well he progresses. I got a feeling I'll be putting Mr. Moore back there in not too distant future. My corners, not great. And my rule of thumb with corners is if you're going to be bad, might as well be fast. So I just have burners out there until, Donta Jackson, who did pretty well his rookie season, develops more. He's up to 81 zone coverage. 81 man coverage, 77 zone. He's 95 speed and 88 jumping and 95 agility. So he hits those, jumping and agility thresholds, and he's fast as all get out. And I just want to get him developed so he gets to that zone scheme fit, so he gets extra development points, and then start building up his zone and then building up his man coverage. Levonta Taylor, he's a rookie out of Florida State. We used a custom draft class, a custom NCAA draft class, and you're sitting there probably going, why is he starting at 67 overall? Well, again, if you're going to be bad, might as well be an athletic freak. 96 speed, 94 jumping, 94 agility. And, throw him out there into the fire, hope he earns XP, and bump those coverage ratings up as much as we possibly can. Because really, behind him isn't much better. You have Kayvon Seymour, 93 speed, 78 man, 82 zone, and James Bradbury, 91, 78, 70. I think James Bradbury is my nickel corner with Seymour, my other corner, and my dime. Let me just check that real quick. And again, we'll see how it goes. I'm going to throw the rookie out there, see how he holds up. If he keeps on making plays, I'll keep him out there. If not, I'll just put Seymour in there. And I signed, Dove and Bros and insurance policy. So the secondary, the corners are hit and miss. Harrison Smith kind of holds it down. We'll see how the rookie goes at free safety, and we'll just, adapt as need be. On the defensive line, we have Quan Short back, A9 block shed, which is what we're more concerned with as opposed to the pass rush move. We know how defensive tackles, you know, they're not as impactful in the pass rush the way this game plays as we would like. The sacks that they get are gravy, really. Dontari Poe, strong as all get out. Block shedding is not, as high as I would like, but he at least won't get moved very often. He won't get those disengaged penalties with that strength that's high as it is. Drafted Austin Bryant in the second round out of Clemson. He checks in with 84 power and finesse moves right off the bat. Gotta get that block shedding up though. And we drafted Anthony Nelson out of Iowa a round earlier. He's more of a run anchor with 80 block shedding. His pass rush move, his power move is up to 80 already after the preseason, so he's coming along in that area. Cliff Averill we signed. Some off the bench speed rushing juice if I ever want to go 3 defensive ends for whatever reason. I can dime, sub Poe out. Put Short and Bryant inside, and Averill and Nelson outside, or Nelson and Short inside, and Averill and Bryant outside, whatever. So there you go. Looking at our schedule, we have good user in the Colts we open up with, and we have the Saints. So key divisional matchup early on. Titans, Texans, Bucks, Jags, Bears, Rams. That's a pretty stout opening half of the season. Cardinals, Bucks, Falcons, Niners, Saints, Seahawks, Cowboys, Falcons. So that is a schedule. And, I try to do progressively better each season. So we won a playoff game. So this season our goal is to win 2 or more and go from there. I'm looking to see McCaffrey and DJ Moore continue to develop on my offense, take those next steps, become bigger beasts than they are, and defense, we're just going to kind of figure it out as we go along, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm going to have to kind of piecemeal this together until I find a way to get some corners somehow, some way. So, anyhow, that is how Season 2 is shaping up as far as preview is concerned. And, stay tuned to see how the season plays out. Hope you guys enjoyed. Talk to you all later. Peace.